What's the situation that we're walking into?
Right now, a possible 30 in progress, which is a person that was abducted. That was originally a missing person.
Welcome to Jacksonville.
Hey man, show me your fucking hands. He's in the house. Right here, Kyle. Right here, Kyle.
Night patrol. This graveyard shift is notorious among police officers for being the time when wild things occur. You could be having a quiet night on the job when all of a sudden you get a call into someone's worst nightmare. Kidnappings, robberies, home invasions, and domestic violence. In this episode, each one of those scenarios I just mentioned happens. Today's episode takes place in Jacksonville, Florida, which has long been known as one of Florida's most dangerous cities. But as of recently, something remarkable is happening in Jacksonville. Under Sheriff T.K. Waters' leadership, crime stats are dropping rapidly. In fact, homicides are down about 50% year over year. And in this episode, you will meet the boots on the ground characters behind these crime fighting efforts. Over the course of 2 nights with Jacksonville Police, we venture into the darkness on night patrol with the police and also with a K-9 unit. This episode is part 2 of a 3-part series we shot with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Folks, we're in Jacksonville, Florida, here for a police ride along. I have a hunch it's going to be an active night for us. Just stopping at the gas station to get a little food before we got started. Looks like some undercover guys. To be here in a wild city, basically filming an episode of Cops, there's a lot of nostalgia and excitement. This is a job I could not do. I feel lucky to even be here. For them to open their doors to us is huge. And I think goes to show the trust that we've built, that no matter if you're a billionaire, a fentanyl dealer, a police officer, a rapper, that we're gonna take care of you and do a good job telling your story. Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are y'all?
Good. Nice to meet you. I'm Tommy.
Nice to meet you.
How are ya?
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? We have a crew, Tommy G Productions. They're coming to showcase the good work that you do day in and day out. They want to see patrol, narcotics, task force, how this great agency works here in our community.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. We've done this with East Chicago PD. We've done it with Drug Task Force out in Memphis. And we just want to be there to be a fly on the wall to showcase your profession. And we're very coachable. So whatever we need to do, move here, do that, tell us. And we're just happy for the opportunity to be with you guys for the next few days.
So we just found some intel out about, I guess there was a shooting last night up in District 6.
The suspect's still outstanding. No idea where he's at yet.
That's really all I got tonight, so just stay safe out there, test your tasers.
What's the plan of attack today?
We'll see what calls are in the area right now to see if there's anything major going on. If not, then we'll start the bonding process, going to see if anybody's pedestrian violations or any traffic stops we can find to possibly check some drugs off the street.
Okay, cool.
So give the people the lay of the land. What's the situation that we're walking into?
A possible 30 in progress, which is a person that was abducted. That was originally a missing person.
So what's your mindset going into this, or what's your role in the strike?
So basically figuring out where everybody else is set up currently, and then getting with Lieutenant to figure out where he wants us to set up at for this 3-man strike team that we've got set up. Prayden, do you have breaching tools?
I've got it.
They need breaching tools at the door.
It sounds like you guys are gonna breach the door, you said?
I'm not sure what they have there. They're asking for a 3-man team right now to go to the front of the house, and they're looking for breaching tools. If there's somebody that's being held hostage, we'll make entry.
What do we know so far?
We have a little girl in the house. She's 15 years old.
There's a light that keeps coming on this side.
Let's move. I want to move the plane. I don't want him to be in the line of sight here.
It's open in here too. Ready?
Yep, gotcha. Yep.
Stay to the side of the car.
There's movement inside the house, absolutely.
Pistols down.
Stop. All right, we got contact at the front. Stand by.
Step outside. Show us your hands.
Like I said, we'll explain everything in a minute, okay? I get everything figured out.
I would just like to know why.
Okay, so we got a call
From a resident?
yeah, it was a juvenile saying that she was being held captive here.
No, there's no juvenile. We are the only ones here.
I believe it. But we just have to verify.
No, I am okay with that. I'm okay with you walking in. I'm sorry, I
I gotta bring
one other person, that's fine, but
So sorry for the scare. Thank you for understanding. Okay, good. Well, I appreciate your compliance. It's very important. We appreciate that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You need anything from us? Any badge numbers, names, anything?
We want to do a supplement so that we can rule this house out. So if anybody else gets this follow up on Blue Squad, they know that this house has been cleared.
The guy you just saw get pulled out of his house at gunpoint was completely innocent. This call ended strangely, and from what I can gather, it was a false alarm. Potentially, it was a swatting call, which, as my friend Ryan Montgomery explained in a previous episode, these are online trolls that make fake calls that can be very dangerous for the people being pranked. Now, I'm not quite sure what happened with the call you just saw, but I do think it does a great job highlighting how, with very little background information, police officers have to be prepared to run into crazy situations. How would you rate this area out of 10 for sketchiness?
Probably a 6 or 7. I worked here when I was in phase 3 of FTO, and it's definitely a good area to learn in, especially if you have a good FTO to teach you how to maintain these streets and everything, and how to work the job. All right, I think we're good here, so let's go see what else is going on.
Is this night off to a busy start?
Not like you would think. Like, this is pretty equivalent to a regular night.
So we're here about to have a meeting with the sheriff, TK Waters. What is your message to criminals in Jacksonville?
My message to criminals in Jacksonville is this: go away or we're gonna put you away, or you can quit. We're not the agency that you wanna try. Stop committing crimes in our community, or we're gonna get you. We're coming for you.
One of the things I'm most curious about is if you look at the homicide rates from 2022, 2023 to 2024, the city's dropped almost in half, which is remarkable.
It is remarkable.
What's the secret sauce that's cooking here?
Man, hard work. Listen, proactivity is not a dirty word. Proactivity is what we're supposed to do. Proactivity is a part of one of the basic parts of police work. If you see a police officer just sitting there, he better be sitting there, or she better be sitting there writing their police report so they can get on to the next whether call or out there being proactive, looking for people that are doing things they should not be doing in our community.
Okay, so we're on to a shots fired call?
Yes. Sometimes it's hard to find where the actual shell casings are, even with ShotSpotter.
So everything is based on the call notes here. So this was 10 minutes ago. They didn't hear anybody screaming. They didn't hear anybody yelling. You kind of got to go in thinking that the people who did it are probably already gone, but you always want to keep your head about you.
The person that reported this, what are the odds that she'll actually speak to you now that you're here?
Both of these people are not wanting to speak to us, so they're just informing us that there was shots in this area and they want us to come and check it out.
And they don't want the neighborhood to see them talking to you.
Exactly. Unfortunately, things like this, since it's not a specific shot spotter area, we just have to get out and canvass the area for possible casings, anybody possibly hurt. And then if we do find the casings, then we collect the casings and take them into processing.
This is the NIBIN laboratory for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
This is Jacksonville's Crime Gun Intelligence Center, CJIC, and this office uses the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, or NIBIN, to analyze ballistics and help solve gun-related crimes. By leveraging NIBIN, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office can quickly process and compare ballistic evidence, leading to more efficient identification of suspects and connections between crimes. For instance, when casings are collected based on ShotSpotter alerts, it has yielded a 42% hit rate when processed through NIBIN, and this links gunfire incidents across multiple jurisdictions. So instead of saying it's a boy or it's a girl, you say it's a 9mm?
It's a 9mm, but is it a 9mm that goes to that? Because there's different characteristics of the 9mm depending on the gun.
Did y'all hear any shots fired or anything? Okay.
Thank you.
I ain't got nothing.
Where we have shot spotter areas, we'll typically find the casings more often than if somebody just calls them in like this. But without an exact area, like ShotSpotter can give us, we don't really know where to look.
And so you guys have a testing facility where you fire a gun and then you examine it?
We do. It's a bullet recovery tank, and it's got a portal that the examiner holds the gun, shoots into the portal, into the water, and the casings are ejected out in a semi-automatic. We collect the casings that we know went to that gun, collect the bullets, and we bring them back here to image them.
So is it frustrating trying to solve things, but you get very little help from the community?
Yes, but we also have a lot of different avenues that we can use to try and find suspects.
Gun laws in Florida are pretty good for the gun owner, right?
For the most part, yeah.
So there's some heavy shit on the streets?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what's your why? What gets you excited to wake up in the morning to do this?
Just something new every day. You literally can't put the same day into another day, like, because it's always different. You never know what you're gonna get.
Would you say that this job's your calling?
I think public safety as a whole is.
So some Americans would look at the drug laws and say the war on drugs has not worked, and why are people still getting busted for things like weed? What's your take on that?
Drugs are always going to be on the streets because we don't have the manpower to catch everybody, nor the assets to be able to do all of those things, to be able to take them all off at like one specific time. That's why our specialized units try to hit it as hard as we can. The biggest issue with it is the amount of fentanyl that's being laced and all this stuff that's like, it's killing so many people.
We're definitely in the trenches right now.
Oh yes. Hey, y'all come talk to us for a second. Y'all know y'all gotta be on the sidewalk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The police, they liars, manipulators.
What do you think it would take for the public to have a better relationship with police?
Better communication, I guess. I don't know, cause I went to jail for some stupid shit, like, and the police should be more honest about stuff, cause they will sit here and make you feel comfortable to talk to them and open up, just for them to like do the complete opposite of what they just made. They made you feel safe.
All right, here you go.
Honestly,
like now.
I feel like
Just like now.
everybody should be free, and we shouldn't have nobody trying to how to live their life, because God gave everybody free will to live their life, and we shouldn't have no police trying to stop them. They don't really be helping, they be killing and stuff more than they be helping. That's all I'm saying, but
Y'all be safe tonight.
Did he already tell you about the lights on your bike?
No.
I'm leaving right here.
No, you don't need to leave it. You can walk with it.
Right there. I don't need it.
You're fine. Stay off the road.
All right.
So their attitude to the stop was, I'm an adult riding a bike, why am I getting stopped by the police?
But you're still breaking the law based off Florida state statute per you being in the road when there's a sidewalk provided. So that gives us right to be able to stop you and inform you about your violation and possibly give you a ticket on it. You don't have to give a ticket. It kind of just depends.
So what type of issues do you see facing this particular neighborhood the most?
Domestic violence, and then burglaries to conveyances. There you see there's cars everywhere. Most criminals know that cameras are only going to pick up so much. If they've got a mask on, they can come and bust in that window right now and get whatever they want out of it and get out of here possibly before an officer's even on scene, so they might be able to get away with it, kind of thing.
If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing about these areas.
Probably more job opportunities, because that's mainly what people want. People want to be able to make money to afford for their families.
How do we get more job opportunities to the hood?
That's a tough one for me as a sheriff. I think the opportunities are there if you want to take the opportunity. Let me use myself for example. I'm not perfect, right? As soon as I became old enough to work, there was a job there for me. Whether it be bagging groceries at 13 years old or working a summer hire job in Europe when my dad was stationed in Germany, working a summer hire job and then going to bag groceries when it's done. The reward of being able to earn my own money is tremendous. It's a sense of accomplishment. The jobs are there. They might be smaller jobs, but certain jobs I believe are entry-level jobs anyway. So take those entry-level jobs. We live in the society that we live in, because we live in America, there's a sense sometimes of an entitlement. Let's not have that attitude. Let's realize that we have to crawl before we can walk. Start where you need to start and move up. The jobs are there.
Officer Payne with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. The reason for the stop, you're missing a headlight up here.
I didn't know.
What goes through your mind when you first get pulled over?
What the hell they pulling me over for? I called my boyfriend. I said they finna pull me over. I seen y'all was behind me.
Yes, ma'am.
If you had a son and they said they want to become a police officer, what would you think?
Be careful. You know, I don't know. It's a job.
What's been your experience with police and law enforcement?
I don't bother y'all, so y'all don't bother me.
But do you feel like, hey, they make the city safer? I'm happy they're here.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Yeah. Bad nowadays. It's like bad. It's nothing like when we was growing up.
On the left hand side, this is why my license is suspended. My license got suspended. Now I gotta try to go do something else as far as work, because I done lost my job. Because y'all wrote me a citation, y'all told me to walk on the left hand side. So on the left hand side, there's no sidewalk here, and there's no sidewalk here. I looked it up in the statute, it says walk on the left hand side if there is no sidewalk. How many times I gotta get stopped today?
Okay, well they're probably
This don't make no damn sense, man. Y'all out of control, man. Y'all already taking food out my son's mouth. Y'all just gonna keep harassing me every fucking day. I get off work, walking, you can't walk here, you can't walk there, you can't walk here. Why am I always being harassed, bro? I'm just tired, bro.
Stay on the sidewalk.
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm letting you know I'm tired. All right, I know what to do.
One of the strategies Jacksonville Police champions is a tactic they call proactive police work. It's when officers pull people over for minor infractions like driving with a broken taillight or walking on the wrong side of the street, and this gives them the legal means to investigate for more serious crimes like felons with guns, drugs, and outstanding warrants. Supporters argue that this approach takes dangerous criminals off the street before they can do any harm. Critics, however, see this as a form of harassment. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you a fan of proactive police work, and would you want this done in the city where you live? We had an interaction with a man last night who was walking in the street and he got pulled over. He got, licensed, and he felt like he was being harassed. I'm an adult walking down the street, and the police officer we were with said that, we got to look at the little things because they could turn into big things. But you guys have done a fantastic job cracking down on one of the biggest crimes there is, of murder. How do you balance that with not being overbearing on the population? I'm an adult walking down the street. Why are you pulling me over with 2 squad cars?
So first of all, where was he walking? Second, what time of night was it? Third, was there a call for service about a suspicious individual, which happens quite often. You don't do a drive-by when you're walking through a neighborhood. You do a drive-by because you're in a car with weapons and you shoot at people that, whether it be a rival gang member or something like that. And then sometimes some innocent people in our community fall victim to that kind of stuff. So we stop cars and we look for reasons to stop cars. It's part of the process. It's part of what we're supposed to do. You can watch video after video of people saying, oh, you're violating my rights, you're violating my rights. But if you call me because someone's in your neighborhood that you don't recognize, they look strange, I have a responsibility to answer that call and find out what's going on.
In Milwaukee, the statistics came out, that's where I'm from, that police contact to civilians was down like 40 or 50%. They were less likely to do a traffic stop, less likely to pull someone over. We inherited things from that era of, anti-police sentiment was at an all-time high. How did you guys combat that or work around it?
You have to stay steadfast through the good and the bad. Every interaction with the police, for the most part, is negative, whether it be a traffic stop. It's not negative in the sense where the officer's unprofessional. No one likes getting stopped for a traffic violation. We just have to drive through that and push through that, one, with professionalism, making sure the public knows that we're doing this because we care about what's going on in our community. We want to make sure that our community members are safe.
I know police are super important, and I know you guys do have a very dangerous job, and you guys take care of things that most people don't have the balls to take care of. But yet, he was an adult walking on the street. I've done that tons of times, and I've never gotten pulled over.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
That doesn't change the fact that he's still violating a Florida state statute.
So you don't walk on your street in your neighborhood?
Sure don't.
Because we talk to a lot of guys in neighborhoods like this, and I think how they feel is they feel like it's one big system that's kind of against them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not against anybody. We're just enforcing the law to mitigate other issues like the dude that got run over right here, just like that guy right there. Note that stop sign right there with the hand that says don't cross, and he's in the middle of crossing right there. Dude died right there, right in the middle of this road right here because of him and his violation. That is the exact reason why we do this stuff, is to mitigate these issues. And then he wants to come at me like I'm the bad guy when I'm just trying to enforce a law to keep him from getting hurt.
Did you have to respond to that scene?
I sure did. Dude was dead right here.
I don't judge people. It's not my job to judge their character or them as a person. I'm just out here to enforce the laws.
It's either 566, Signal 13, Acorn, and Church Street. Hey, man. You ain't got no light on this thing. You need to get one. You need one for the front and rear. You gotta have one, a white light on the front that's visible up to 500 feet, and then a red light on the back. Yeah, you gotta have a light on here. We got a lot of people getting hit out here. Thank you. Just hang out with us off, I'll be right back.
She works at Daly's in Mandarin.
Holy cow.
She rides her bike to and from work, hour and a half every day.
Yo, that's commitment right there. Yeah, that's a long way. Here you go. You're all good. Just make sure you get a light for the front and the rear of it, okay?
Yeah, I be having scares on the bike, so.
Exactly, yeah. We ain't trying to have scares on the bike. That's why we pulled you over, just for the same instance.
Yeah,
So,
I get you.
that's a long way to ride a bike. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But she just got her vehicle stolen last year.
I think that just goes to show how much that impacts someone's life, that now she's spending 3 hours a day biking to work.
Yep, exactly.
What are we running into?
So we got a 21 burglary to a residence that just occurred. Complainant residence suspect is complainant's son, so possibly could be civil because they're family members, but we still don't know that yet. Son came in through the window. It could be civil because the son could have a key, but she's saying it's a burglary, so we have to treat it as such for a burglary.
Her own son?
Yeah. That's it? All right, that might be him. No. Hey, what you got going on?
What just happened? Why are the police here?
Somebody here called about a burglary.
No! We didn't call about no burglary.
What's the address here?
Ain't no burglary here.
Yeah, that's where our address for a burglary is.
Oh, no, I want to say no, ain't no burglary here, baby.
Who called?
I did, but I was coming for he gone, my son. But he gone, I called, I just
Oh,
called
so it was a burglary, but he's gone.
Yeah, no, yeah. You can say, well, he gone.
So he's not here?
No, he left.
She called the cops, but then acted completely surprised that you guys showed up.
Yeah.
What is that about?
I don't know. It's pretty dead.
So what do you guys make of that situation?
That's a common theme. Parents calling about their kids because they don't want them in the house. And then we show up because we have a call for a burglary. And then she doesn't like that. So then she doesn't want anything done. And if she doesn't want any police services, then there's nothing we can do.
This is a thinking man's game. There's so many statutes and laws. This isn't just a brute force job. This is someone that you have to really be on your toes and aware of things that are changing all the time.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It takes, I guess you could say it takes a toll on how you have to think about things. It also is a way you have to think about things when you go into a call. So sometimes when you go into a call, you have to like think about all these statutes that you have to follow per Florida, or all these policies that you have to follow per JSO.
You have much bigger cojones than I do. Thank you for taking us out tonight, and stay safe out there.
Will
okay?
do, thank you.
That concluded an action-packed first night with the Jacksonville Police, and we were told the next day would be spent with a legendary officer on the K-9 team. Let's meet the guy. Sarge, tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name is Sergeant Plugger. I'm one of the 3 K-9 sergeants at our JSO K-9 unit.
What kind of stuff have you seen in your day? Have you been shot at?
Yes.
Have you gone on foot chases?
Oh yes, like working behind. When I was a K-9 handler, yes. I mean, all that stuff. So the K-9 unit only deploy on typically, violent felony suspects. So usually when a canine unit is being asked to respond to a call to assist, they're going with the area unit as well, and it's usually someone who's done something very violent and then ran from the area.
And how have you seen Jacksonville change over time, keeping in mind the homicide rate was almost double 2 years ago and has gone way down?
Yeah, so our sheriff, TK Waters, has done a phenomenal job. He's definitely increased the proactive policing initiatives, putting his officers in areas that are extremely more violent than others.
What's the secret sauce that's cooking here?
Man, hard work. Listen, and I think everybody knows this. 2017, 18, 19, 20, weird times in the United States of America, where you vilified, and you get to a point where around the country where, all right, I want to do this, I love my community, but if I do this and then something rough happens, they're gonna persecute me and drag me on the news, drag me on YouTube, Facebook. At some point, officers began to take a step back. We didn't really notice it that much here. But if you have a person that feels like they're gonna be persecuted for doing a job that not many people want to do, and what it takes to be able to get here, you have a tendency to want to slow down. Well, what we've done here is proactivity is not a dirty word. Proactivity is what we're supposed to do. Proactivity is a part of one of the basic parts of police work.
So what are we walking into right now?
This is just a parking garage we were using for training. This is a 4-day tracking class put on by a really good trainer. And he's just teaching his theory and methods of how to implement getting these dogs to track and keep their nose on the ground on hard surfaces, which is the most difficult for dogs to do.
And what are these fellas about to do right now?
Run a track, so we'll get to see the dog work a human odor in a direction and complete it all the way to the end. And that's what we're working on. This is hard surface tracking, so obviously not grass. This is the most difficult tracking that you can do because there's not grass and dirt and moisture up here to hold that human odor. So we're working on paying the dog right from the start. You see he's locked onto his little bit of kibble, but blended in with that kibble is where he has laid a track all the way around this. Take a step, nice. Move, slide line, very nice. He's working like there's stairways there, the track goes past the stairs, the dog goes in the stairs, but then makes that turn and follows it down to the end. So now he's following odor exactly like we want to do, and that was his marker.
How bad can a dog bite somebody up?
Permanent bodily disfigurement, like helicopter flight to the hospital.
We got a
training program.
Hey, brother.
Oh, have a good one.
Good meeting you. We just got a call.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Something about fleeing a lewd warrant. We'll check the computer when we get in the car.
So, would you say this is a dangerous job?
Canine is probably the most dangerous job in law enforcement, in my opinion. It forces you to take exposure. So, our SWAT guys deal with like the worst of the worst. Those guys are highly trained, right? But then they have a lot of armored vehicles, and most of what they deal with are high-risk search warrants and barricaded suspects. When you have these violent criminals who do the things that they do and they run off in the woods, you have no idea where they're hiding. So you're having to take, your safety and put it in your dog's hand and your dog's nose, really.
Is this a lights on speed in there or just cruise there?
I don't do that a lot, man. You got people on their cell phones driving, dude, right? They're not paying attention, and all of a sudden they hear sirens and see lights and they freak out even more.
Like what we saw in the last few years, now people are comfortable calling shit out. Like when they see a convenience store robbery, like the comments online are just dragging that person, like what a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I think young men they want their cities to feel safe again, and they know they can do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that part's true. I can definitely see that.
Because it does feel like we went through like a lawless era.
Oh my gosh, man.
Oh, someone steals their car? Well, they're not out next day, so they don't even care.
Oh yeah, it was like the George Floyd thing, and then you had COVID right behind it.
How did the George Floyd incident change policing in America?
I think it helped turn a lot of the general public against, or feel like that it's a lot more corrupt than it really is. I think that was a difficult situation. That's still not indicative of the police departments across America. We had about 800,000 calls per year for service. We stop our cars, we go inside stores. We have public police contact, right? Not even logged out on, just contact, where we talk to one another and see each other. Out of that, Did we have, 7 officer-involved shootings last year? Out of millions of contacts, millions. And so you put that in perspective and you tell that story, it helps clear it up a lot.
So what's this call for?
Robbery. Business advised, they just left, 23 to a business, unknown, vehicle description, into the store, took everything from jewelry case. Yeah, they smashed all the jewelry cases and took everything.
2 miles out.
Is that his name, Zeke?
Zeke, yeah.
So right now Zeke's hoping that somebody starts a running.
Yeah, so he already knows what time it is, especially when we start keying up on the radio. He's about a 7-year-old dog, so like by now he's kind of understanding what the game is, you know.
We're here at the scene of a robbery of a jewelry store. It's a smash and grab, but they did leave blood on the scene. But we're trying to figure out, there was 2 suspects, where they went, whether they took a vehicle, and how much is missing. So the employees are shell-shocked. They just had a crazy thing happen on their watch, and they're kind of picking up the pieces and packing up and going home. And so this is now the investigation starts, tracking these guys down, trying to figure out who did it, where the loot's going, and apparently it was just tax season, so people have been running in here buying things, so there's a lot of activity, hard to sort out who may have been who. So now the police are trying to look for suspects and figure out the next step. Does any part of you get excited for calls? Like, man,
So that is my problem. I absolutely love it, right? But I have to make myself stop because like, that was the whole thing. The pact that I made with my wife, hey, I'm gonna get promoted and I'm gonna get away from the craziness because it's not just me that goes through this, my wife goes through this stuff too, right? And when my police dog got shot, man, it hit us, man. It hit us hard. That was very traumatic.
So how did your life change after your dog got shot?
Oh man, it was very humbling to, go through something like that. Numb to it, you're not as affected, but then yeah, I think it was worse because you have a working relationship with a dog that, dude, when I was working that dog on call, I was with that dog more than I was my wife.
Officer Plogger is referring to one of the most gut-wrenching moments of his life. 3 suspects on the run shot at police and the police returned fire. In the chaos that ensued, Plogger's dog Huck was hit with multiple rounds. Frantically trying to stop the bleeding and save Huck, the police put pressure on his gunshot wounds and quickly got the dog on a helicopter to an emergency vet. Huck unfortunately lost part of his front leg from his injuries, but the good news is he survived. He had to retire from his canine duties, and he now lives full-time at his pal, Officer Plogger's house.
We're en route to a domestic violence call. Looks like dating violence, where an alleged battery occurred, and it looks like the female half is waiting for officers to make the report, and that the male half, it looks like his whereabouts are known.
Officers received a call about a woman who was terrified of her boyfriend. Supposedly earlier in the day, he beat the hell out of her and she was scared to return to her house because she feared he was waiting for her there. Because this was allegedly the boyfriend's 3rd domestic violence incident, it elevated his case to the felony level. Officer Plogger and his K-9 team was called in on this operation to catch the boyfriend and ensure he didn't scurry away. The police met at a nearby gas station to game plan for his takedown.
What's y'all's plan from here?
So if he's not in the driveway, obviously we're gonna set up around the house.
Right.
There's back door, front door only, no attic, single level house, multiple windows for him in case he does go in there, but.
Just based on, I'm assuming it'll just be a call out because of the potential harm?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So do you want to go Old Kings to West Moncrief? That way we don't have to drop by the house and just stage on Leona at the dead end right there, and then we'll come in, we'll have canine primary, since the dog will be primary on a runner.
Yep.
And that way if he just squirts to you, you can have eyes on.
All right, so you want me on Leona by the dead end?
And we're not going to move in to attempt contact until you tell us you're set.
Okay.
So because she's giving permission and she owns the house, do you need a warrant to go in?
No, so she's saying the house is locked. She's saying that he is texting her and telling her that he is at her house waiting for her.
Is she kind of helping set it up a little bit?
She's giving us the information of where he's at. So yeah, she's assisting on where he's located. We still don't, we haven't confirmed he's there though. We won't know until we get there. I think the victim told the other patrol officers that she feels like it's escalating, that she's in fear that he might, you know, escalate it more.
Obviously, we run through different scenarios on how the suspect maybe reacts. Maybe he runs, maybe he just complies, maybe he runs in the house, which creates a whole other dynamic with barricade. So just kind of game plan in different scenarios in my head that might occur.
Yeah, I know.
A few houses down. Just waiting for the word to sweep in.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
We're going in.
Y'all got your comms down?
Yep.
Holy shit.
I'll take comms if we get a runner. So let's hug close to that house. Yeah, it is.
I did see a shot. Hey, we're walking this. I need to reach out to her and see if she saw anybody pop out.
No, I think he's long gone now. Is that busted out?
Hey, man, show me your fucking hands. He's in the house.
Hey.
Show me your fucking hands. It's the police. We want you.
I didn't do that.
We want you. Go to the front door.
Hey, hold.
He's going to the front. He's going to the front. Right here, Kyle. Right here, Kyle. Put the dog in. Put the dog in.
Get your dog out. Hey.
Put the dog in.
Just for my safety, bro. Wait.
Get out. Get out right now. You're gonna get bit.
I'm coming.
Get out right now.
Don't do that.
Get your ass out the house. Go to the ground.
What am I doing?
Go to the goddamn ground.
Go to the ground.
Go to the ground.
What am I doing this time?
Go on your fucking stomach.
I'm on my stomach.
Don't you fucking move.
I'm on my stomach. My name is Octavius Salazar. I stay in this house. The key in my pocket, Mom.
Relax, Roy. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
We're gonna tell you what's going on when we're ready. Just chill.
Oh my God.
Is there anything more you need to know about any weapons or anything?
I got weed in my pocket. That's it. I stay here. You can call the owner. She
We will.
Man, listen, man. Y'all tripping, man. And you got the dog finna bite me and shit. You threatening to bite me with a dog and all that. I ain't did nothing. And I got cold to the house. How the what is going on, bro?
That guy was as close as you can get to getting dog bit. Because going by what the victim stated, that he's not supposed to have a key to the house. So they're gonna have to revisit that and question her why he might have a key.
At what point will you explain to him?
I'm not. That's their job. We did what we came to do, which was locate him.
So, and hypothetically, if I'm in an arrest situation, I don't get to know why?
We can tell you your charges, yeah, but we don't have to explain all the details. That's what your first appearance court is. Like, that guy was escalated, right? He was very elevated, upset, obviously. So we don't have to, when you ask, we don't have to tell you at the time that you ask, right? We're trying to de-escalate and calm him down because he's still riled up. They have to search him. We still don't know if he's got a gun on him.
So there was an incident that happened earlier between you and your girl.
That was earlier, yes.
Okay, put your hands on her.
No, sir. We didn't even go through it.
Okay, so how did she get all her bruises on her?
Man, that girl come up. She has bruises. Listen, man, I don't like this. I do not like this. I'm going to reiterate everything.
So you didn't put your hands on her?
No, sir.
There should be no reason for her to be absolutely terrified of you.
She's not terrified of me. I just spoke with
I'm gonna quote her. She said you beat the shit out of her.
Man, I ain't do nothing like that, bro.
You do have a violation of your probation.
No,
you're going to jail.
Why am I going to jail?
Okay, domestic battery, second and subsequent.
Man,
you're also being charged with resisting.
Listen, whoa. Man, that's wrong though. That's what you did.
Those things kind of ravel out of control pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
There's always room to improve on everything we do. Nothing ever, in my mind, goes perfectly.
And if guilty, this would be his third domestic violence?
I don't know. According to the patrol officer who's their primary unit, she's saying it would be his third domestic with the victim. So he may have priors before that. I don't know.
The average person does not get to experience stuff like that.
I know, but see, this is what the job does, because like to me, that's not even a tick on the meter. Like that didn't even get my blood pressure
So
up.
same thing, when I'm in there with the Gaines or like the Tijuana guys, like I've been desensitized to where it's not a big
something
deal.
wrong with you, dude.
But
what evidence did they have on him? Did they have any?
Evidence?
Yeah, with the text messages and stuff, like I'm gonna beat your ass or?
So I don't know. They had the domestic battery. I don't know, but it was his third subsequent offense, which brought the felony into play.
Oh, so they already had the charges?
Yeah. They had the felony, the domestic charge on him. But,
Okay, not a warrant, just PC?
Yeah, that's why we were talking about the violation of probation. And
Okay.
everything else. It was kind of.
So what's gonna happen to that guy?
He'll get a first appearance court in the morning and a bond set. And he was scared of that dog, so I'm sure it helped with his surrender. I mean, that's a benefit too.
We got into some crazy situations. The officers were brave, and I'm glad that everyone was okay. No one in the entire 2 days was harmed in the filming of this, both the criminal, the suspect, the cop, and us. So it's a good day, and things march on. So if you're interested in the murder rate going down, then this is a city to sure check out and look into and ask, what is the recipe they have going on here? So I'm excited to see the comments on this one, excited to see what you guys think. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Thank you to Vic for bringing us in. Thank you to Sheriff TK, Officers Wood, Officer Plower. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Don't let the cold keep you from doing the things you love this winter. Big dogs gotta eat. Is it safe to say that you are on the run right now? Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Tommy G, and today I'm going to tell you the story of when I got held at gunpoint by Mexican police. It all started when a rapper named Cheta Blanco DM'd me on Instagram. This guy was the real deal. Here's what he brought to the table. He spoke Spanish, he could navigate the hoods in both Texas and Mexico, and he had a connection to a Mexican gangster rapper named Hostage. But you see, there's a catch. Hostage is a bit of a wanted man in Mexico, but we'll get into that later in the video. Next stop, Piedras Negras. Who's after you, Hostage?
The government.
If they find you, what are they gonna do to you?
Probably gonna torture me till I cough up some money.
If we're interviewing you and they kick in the door, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, we gonna be out of there.
They gonna beat our ass or what? What are the odds that we get our ass beat too?
Right here in Mexico, man, there's no man's land, homeboy. Like, it's crazy down here. This ain't no gang shit. Like,
it ain't no gang shit.
I had to sneak in the city last night. That's how nervous niggas is.
We're going boots on the ground right now, walking up to the spot. There's police like a block away from where we're going. We don't want to draw attention, so let's go. Let's be low-key. Hey. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How you doing?
You too. Nice to meet you. A little boy right here.
Where's it at?
It's in the glove box.
Okay. We made sure to clear the house so there ain't
or in the
anything here just in case.
Or in the
just in case.
Or in the You're right. At this point, folks, our story takes a turn. Let me explain. We arrived at the house of Hostage's friend Borrega, and I get the interview going. We're having a great time. About 10 minutes in, I pause the interview to go to the bathroom. When I get out of the bathroom, bam! The door was kicked in and I see a man with a face mask pointing an M16 at me. 3 Mexican police officers storm in and shout, "En el piso la verga! En el piso la verga!" I get on my knees and put my hands on my head. We are absolutely powerless. One officer takes Borrega upstairs. He's taken upstairs, thrown onto a bed, gets punched a few times, and the officer begins to search the room, ransacking drawers and throwing clothes all around. When the officer didn't find drugs, he brings Borrega back downstairs. Another officer stands next to me and I say, "Wow, tienes armas grandes." The officer cracks the slightest of smiles. The thick tension in the room lightens just a little bit. Eventually, we are led onto our feet. Our IDs are checked, and they take a picture of us. Then they demand that we show them the footage that is on our camera. The officers watch through the footage and ask us to delete 2 of our clips, the ones of them storming in, and we do. We had no other choice. We weren't able to retrieve the clip of them bursting into the door, guns blazing, but we did retrieve one clip. This. You're right.
Holy
Are we rolling?
Bro, we might end up in the fucking ditch just so they could just like have no paperwork, no problems, no holy.
You know y'all saved my life, right?
If there was not white people in this room, Americans, these guys would be the out of
So
here.
this is gonna be hard for you guys to believe at home. We just got the door kicked in by 3 Mexican police, guns out open, hands on the ground.
They helped out too.
So
people, y'all didn't notice, but people started gathering outside the door.
Check this out.
That's when they kicked the door. So we're at the neighbor's house looking for the footage of the police coming. So, oh. Look. Guns ready. Guns up. Look, guns up. Holy shit. And he sees the camera, right? He's looking right at it. Okay, here they go, right? Thanks to this next door neighbor, they confirmed what we got. We still don't know if we can recover things, but that was pretty crazy, man. That was one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me in my life.
He said he saw that they had like a little special tool to open the door. Like, cause you know how I had a hook, we kind of locked it in there. He said they had like a special tool. Antes de que se metieron te preguntaron que si estaban vendiendo drogas.
O sea, que había un reporte, ¿verdad? Estaban vendiendo droga. Yo le contesté, pues no sé, le dije.
¿Pensaste que nos iban a hacer algo, golpear o algo de perdido? ¿Pensaste que valimos madre o no?
Yo dije,
¿Sí,
no, pues algo va a pasar.
¿Estás sorprendido que no estamos golpe?
No.
¿Pasa mucho o no pasa mucho esto? Que miras no tanto.
O sea, no tanto.
Es raro.
I'm so glad we were part of this rare event.
But the reason they saw us come in, they're like, what the hell are these guys doing?
So they thought we were buying drugs,
They thought
man.
we were doing something.
We were all on our hands and knees, like, so they come in here, I'm like coming out of the bathroom, we're all on our hands and knees, one guy's on the couch like this.
Oh, you were still in the bath.
I came out of the bathroom as they
And my son jumped. I seen my son. I was like, God damn.
They deleted the footage, obviously. We had 2 shots of it, because we had done like 10 minutes of an interview and then they came in.
I literally thought there was like 25% chance that would happen, like very low percent chance.
Estábamos en casa de mi papá, nos hablaron por teléfono diciendo que aquí estaba la policía. Agarramos los carros, nos venimos a ver qué estaba pasando. Sí tenemos miedo porque en realidad pues no se sabe, ¿verdad?
They were literally listening to everything we recorded just to make sure we weren't doing nothing crazy. Luckily, they weren't listening to what he was saying, because if they would have paid attention,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
what
knew
I didn't.
English,
That's
if
they
knew
watched.
English, they would have been like, all right, take these
I'm gonna tell you what.
motherfuckers.
See, that's why I didn't mention. I don't know if you still have the footage or if it got erased, but that's why I didn't mention corporations, because, man, nah, you won't survive that.
How come you didn't get booked?
Man, I don't know. To be honest, y'all were my ticket.
He got beat upstairs.
Yeah, with a few hits. Yeah, that's natural. That's normal. But.
Look un poco golpes. I thought they were pretty professional. They were scary, but they didn't. I would expect them to just get the
I'm telling
absolute
you,
shit clobbered.
You guys were our ticket, man. If they wouldn't seen that, if they hadn't seen that white skin, oh man, I would have been out of there.
I was ready to get beat.
Hey, we are in an interview with Mexican rapper Hostage.
Doña Pura, las cumbres, Sacodos, 2000 es vida dura, la Infona, la buena pista, la presta mucha raza, pero ya saben que Piedras Negras es my city es Piedras Negras.
Instead, we were the ones just held hostage by the Mexican police. Is it safe to say that you are on the run right now?
Yeah, I guess you could say what they do is they got a group where all the corporations is in.
When Hostage says corporation, that is his lingo for police department. So when he says corporation, just keep in mind he's talking about the police.
Because this is not the first time this happens to me, so I know what's up. You know
So
what I'm saying?
how scared were you?
I was shitting bricks because I didn't want to get beat up in front of my son, you know what I'm saying?
Will they do that?
Yeah.
So this is Piedras Negras.
Piedras Negras, Coahuila.
And this is the hood of Piedras Negras?
Well, I was raised in the U.S., so I know, you got your good parts and then you got your little hood areas. Right here, you got your hood area and then you got your little good parts. This ain't shit. Like, I'm in Monterey right now, and there's like 3 different cartels, plus then there's all these corporations for the government. Over there's hectic ass too. ¿Qué pensaste cuando entró la policía? Pegarles.
No. Un poco miedo.
¿Sentiste miedo? No.
He has bigger cojones than me.
Well, see, look, his grandfather just got sentenced yesterday for 85 years. When I first got here 10 years ago, shit was like, what the f? But everybody else is, I got beat up. Like, this is just an everyday thing, man.
When you invited us here today, when we talked on the phone before coming here, it sounded like things were a little nervous, a little sketchy. Why did they kick the door in?
Because they reported that we were selling drugs, supposedly. But if they was looking for me, they would had already stopped and came in. They was roaming. So I don't know if they actually saw y'all come in and they just said that they got a report. They just wanted to know what was up. And I told you on a message, I said, hey man, the loss is around here.
That's why I told him, hey, I know it looks sketch, like you see a couple white guys walking in with their camera.
Yeah,
like,
then that's what it was.
And they're like, yes, this is exactly why we're here.
That was so surreal, dude.
I can't believe how lucky we just was right now.
They said, put your head down. I kept my head up the entire time because if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna at least see what the f is gonna happen to me. Okay, so you are a rapper, you're a tattoo artist, and we won't talk about the other things that you are for the sake of the safety of the video. What's your rap style?
Man, I'm like Bruce Lee, I ain't got a style. You know what I'm saying? I'm like water.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Cocky, respectful though. I gotta say wise. To be able to survive here for 10 decades, I don't have no proper education. I don't have shit, nigga. I came out of prison. And then I got sent to a country that I know almost nothing about. Even though I was born here, I was taken over at 6 years old. Got sent back at 30. And then even having my own tattoo shop, you don't make enough money with having your own business here.
How many felonies do you have on your record?
I got about 6 felonies in the US.
6?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you got felonies for?
Shit, small shit from unlawful carrying of a weapon, which is a misdemeanor in Texas, but being that I'm born in Mexico, it's a felony for me. Aggravated robbery, I did 5 years on that. I caught a felony inside prison for a shank, I did 2 on that. One time, we was in a stolen vehicle, but because I was in the passenger side, they gave me a illegal trespassing type shit, which is a misdemeanor, but being that I'm from Mexico, that becomes a felony.
So, is there a place in Mexico you could live and feel safe, or is this just how you feel all the time?
With the right money, you can feel safe forever in Mexico.
So is the police system, is it really how much you can pay? And
when they started asking about his YouTube, I was starting to feel like,
yeah, how much money you got?
All right, y'all got something.
Look, I'm telling you, we got
to give us.
I seen them take somebody, go to a bank, pull out cash with their card for them to let them go.
I honestly thought we were gonna have to give up something. It was getting to that point where I felt like money is the only way out this bitch, bro.
This guy, he'd wanted cover, so I brought one of my masks, and the cops saw this, and they're like, this guy's a bad criminal, right? They thought he was a shiesty. Woo, so sorry about that.
But he got banged up upstairs. When they took him upstairs, I already knew what it was.
¿Tienes miedo cuando esté corrido?
Put your license. La necesidad es más miedo que el hambre. Más miedo que el miedo.
He said hunger is worth more than fear. So fear, nigga, if you got shit to do.
When people say police brutality in America, what do you think?
I was raised in America. Yeah, I got hit by laws too in America, but I don't compare, you know what I'm saying? Right here, you don't know if you're gonna make it out alive.
There's a quote, there's a rapper, do you know who Immortal Technique is?
From where police brutality's not half as nice, it makes the hood in America look like paradise.
I was raised in Houston, homeboy, in the hood, and outside Houston. You come down here and it's like, what, I was balling over there. I was living the life. And then what's f***ed up is that the same people that just came in and banged us up for drugs are the ones that give them the drugs.
¿Cuántas veces que policía golpe tú?
6 veces, pero fuertes.
No, pero en tu vida, ¿cuántas veces?
Chingo. Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier. Like I said, I don't know if the shit got erased, but man, this is a faithful dog, homeboy. I've seen him get picked up and, you know, not say a bitch ass thing.
Did you think you were gonna die?
Nah. La muerte va a llegar cuando ella quiera, ¿no?
How rare is it that they can just come in and kick in the door?
That's not rare at all.
That's not rare?
No, that's not rare. Like, that's illegal what they just did. They'll do it.
Was it bad of me to say something? I felt like I needed to say something.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what. The fact that y'all white, you can get away with a little bit more, homeboy, because your government will come in here if you disappear, your government will come in.
But I felt like they were decently professional. Like I didn't feel like
that wasn't professional of them, bro. That's why they don't want us to like show their badges, show that they did that, because they'll probably be into some shit, you know, with that.
I dropped on the floor and I looked at y'all still like, what? Get on the floor, nigga. This ain't no joke.
When they came in the door, I had no idea what was going on. I was wondering, is this a prank? Is this police? Is this cartel? But when I saw the Mexican guys flat on the stomach quick, that's when I knew it was serious. That's when I got on my knees and put my hands on my head. I felt like Keegan was saying his last prayers.
Yeah, what was going through your mind? Like, what were you
Dude, he looks calm as for this whole shit.
I think these guys are gonna take us out because of what we're doing, but because like they talked to like their commander or something, and they're like, "You guys f***ed up. Like you need to take these guys out. We can't leave any witnesses."
Who is scarier, the cartel or the government?
Government. These niggas tortured me for a while. You know what I'm saying? 2 straight hours of torture.
The police?
Mm-hmm.
What did they do to you for those 2 hours?
They had the black bag, can't breathe. They were like, "Where's your family at?" I was like, "Nah, there's nobody here. All my family's in Houston." They're like, "Oh, so nobody will even know you'll die if you die right now." Man, that shit made me feel sick, homeboy, when they told me.
So they really trying to psychologically.
Yeah, they with you. And one of those times when they had the thick black plastic bags, and I can't breathe right, and then it popped, and that nigga stuck his finger in my mouth in that hole, and he says, if you f***ing bite me, you're dead. Cause I'm struggling to breathe with a finger in my mouth, nigga.
I notice a lot of Mexican guys say the N-word. Is that just common slang now?
Not here. I don't think I hear you, but in Texas.
Is it a Texas thing? Has a black guy ever checked you for that?
When I went to prison, a Mexican dude checked me on that.
Telling him like out here, even if you're Mexican, like you're 8 years old, 10 years old, like telling, hey, my nigga, that nigga, like we're just fucking.
In Texas, that's
just like that. It's a Texas shit.
2020 got me f***ed up, got me feeling like I'm locked up. I'm f***ing bitches that I f***ing hate, but f***ing dog my c*** up. Money more than it's ever been, still f***ing hoes like Evelyn. I hate that hoe so f***ing hard, but she suck a dick with peppermint.
Because I feel like Mexico could be one of the best places on earth if the police and the cartel were cleaned up.
More than anything, the government shit, because cartels wouldn't be able to do shit without the government. Most of cartels, the way they come up is hiring these laws that don't get paid enough. Boom.
Put them on their payroll. Did they clear this room out? Like, did they search it?
They were searching.
So that's why the drawers are kind of open. ¿Dónde la policía tomarte?
Aquí.
Ellos buscar para tus cosas.
Todo. No encontró nada. Este es mi tío. Ese es mi tío. Pancho Villa.
¿Es tu novia?
¿Es la chica? Cuando estoy solo.
La policía checa aquí también.
Yeah, they did all of this. They threw the bed. They're checking all the clothes.
So the police just rifled through everything.
Yeah, I told him the government's kind of, we're spoiled out there, people are spoiled out there, and the projects, they say that's bad. But they're having a whole house, they give them a whole house, they help them with their light, they give them food stamps, they feed y'all, they take care of your medicine, they take care of y'all.
I'm not saying that is good, because I was raised in the U.S. I know it sucks, it's the hood. But it's just the same thing here, like we tripping, but shit, go places to like Brazil, or go places to like Africa, and it's worse than it is here.
There's always levels, right? It's always a matter of perspective. A lot of the problems in Central America are because of the U.S. Can you go more into detail on, because I know in Venezuela there's big issues right now. We've attempted a bunch of coups, a bunch of overthrows in different governments, right?
Well, even right now, like there's an inflation going all around the world just because of the American dollar.
Because we printed so much money that we fucked everyone else too, because they based their currency off us.
I see a lot of the shit that happens here, cartels, man, it's because of America. Who buys the drugs? There wouldn't be a drug trade if America wasn't buying.
So if America legalized drugs, what do you think would change in Mexico?
Not much, because this place is already corrupted.
Si no estuvieran ustedes, me han llevado.
That's American privilege, shall we say? That es porque estamos americanos.
Porque son gringos, porque se meten con el consulado americano, viejo.
So little did I know that I would be coming to Mexico today. I would be at gunpoint from the Mexican police, and I would talk to a gangster rapper named Hostage.
Just because, like this what I do, gangster rap, doesn't make it right. Like I spit the story of the life I live, but I would tell people like stay in school, because the reason why I have to do this shit I have to do is because I don't have no education. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't give a damn about anything in life. Like I feel like I'm a good dude now, but I'm paying shit for consequences of shit I did 20 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old right now. Shit I did when I was 20, I'm still suffering for that.
I want to say a good time, but also an interesting time, and I'm glad we survived to tell the tale. So,
nos vemos la próxima semana.
Adios, amigos.
Florida's where snowflakes come to melt, and I hope it stays that way.
On Facebook, TikTok, or other social media, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office has made a routine of putting arrests and suspects front and center. But the videos are becoming heavily scrutinized, now by Markenzie LaPointe, a U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida.
When we have those that are going to come into our community and try to victimize them, we're going to chase them to the ends of the earth.
Who's the best at pit maneuvers in this room?
Probably me, because I'm an instructor on it.
A lot of these individuals take flight.
So they had enough balls to come here and victimize our citizens. Our deputies are going to put them through the ringer. They're going to end up landing in Pearson's penthouse where they belong.
Pearson's penthouse. Florida sheriffs have a notorious reputation for their no-nonsense, tough-on-crime approach, and perhaps no man better exemplifies this than St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. To some, he's a legend, a man we're in the age where you wonder if the police body cam footage will be released to the public. He takes an unorthodox approach, broadcasting live, using social media to amplify his mission and encourage transparency. And he's not just some scrub on desk duty, he has spent years in the field, going on raids, doing high-speed chases in the Hellcat, and rocking the shiesty mask before it became popular. But to others, his antics are too much, over the top, and he's been criticized for being controversial.
This man is unethical. He should not even be our dog catcher.
Now by Markenzie LaPointe, a U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida. Through a public record request, I learned LaPointe and Pearson discreetly spoke on the phone in April. LaPointe's concerns the videos hurt law enforcement's credibility. This is the first post LaPointe says he took issue with, writing, quote, "This disturbing image comes across as if the sheriff is posing with an antelope that he just shot on a safari."
Together, we get to dive in and see what this man is all about. Boots on the ground with Florida's wildest sheriff. Let's get to it.
And guys, let me know in the comments, is it a good idea for a sheriff to leverage social media and be more transparent to the people that elected him? Or is it unprofessional to be filming the people you arrest?
Hey there, I have a meeting with Sheriff Pearson, just trying to get through the fence.
Good morning, how are you?
Hey there, Marianne. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Top of the morning to you. Good to meet you, man.
Oh, absolutely.
How are
See you? You're all set up.
Yes, this is apparently can stop most things in the street today, from ARs to AK-47s to blickies to even guns with switches, which I'm sure you've encountered out in the wild.
No, we have Glock Amazon switches and everything coming over from China. In the free state of Florida, you know, we're a Second Amendment state.
Mhm.
You can go to a gun shop and buy one.
Really?
You know, so we
You can buy switches in Florida?
Yeah, absolutely. You can modify your
The
gun.
ATF doesn't come running?
Well, you have to go through the process. You still have to go
Okay.
through the ATF process. I encourage our deputies to go out there and arrest anyone who wants to victimize our criminals. I encourage them to do that. When we have those that are going to come into our community and try to victimize them, whether it's porch pirates, whether it's people looking to smash and grabs, we're going to chase them to the end of the earth. These individuals have an extensive criminal history, very violent, lots of narcotic sales. They know that they've been doing wrong, breaking the law for quite some time. They just don't know when they're going to get caught again. So just our mere presence, a lot of these individuals take flight.
All units 10-30 in pursuit.
Going around the house! Start right there, make a left! Yeah, I got it. We just came to check a house that we've done multiple sales of cocaine at. If they get in the vehicle and they decide to run, our deputies not only have the training, they have the policies to back them up to stop them in their tracks.
Do you guys do pit maneuvers?
100%. We're at the brink of society running rampant.
What do you see as the biggest challenge in your way for fighting crime right now?
Soft on crime ideology. Those that, you know, want to hand out ice cream cones to felons instead of handcuffs. But we know January 20th, a lot of that's going to change. You know, the handcuffs are going to be coming off the federal law enforcement and going back on the criminals where they belong. Yeah, I'm St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. Franklin Sanders and his juvenile companion thought they were going to come through St. Lucie County with the stolen vehicle, with the Broward Task Force on their tail. Ain't happening.
Part of me thinks in the prison system we should come up with a better way to determine if someone could be more of an attribute.
Well, hopefully individuals who hadn't crossed that line to victimize our citizens see these videos and they understand that, you know, there's consequences to actions. Oh, you got some warrants there, Michael.
I got one?
Yeah.
For what?
Sale and delivery cocaine.
For real? Shit, I got 4 sale charges. I got 4 sale charges. Who I sold and delivered to?
You have agencies, and mainly in our northerner states, that have woke ideology. You can't hold the criminal accountable if you can't catch them. So if they know you're going to get behind them and turn the lights on, they're going to flee, well, what are they going to do? They're criminals. They don't want to be caught. So of course they're going to stop. But if they get behind and they know a deputy's behind them or a Florida trooper's behind them and they put the lights on, they know I've got about 5 seconds to make a decision before they put me in a ditch. So they had enough balls to come here and victimize our citizens. Our deputies are going to put them through the ringer and we're going to let them, they're going to end up landing in Pearson's penthouse where they belong.
Pearson's penthouse. out. Most police forces around the country have shied away from social media, but you lean into it.
That's what the people want. When you communicate with the public, they want to see transparency.
Yes.
But the media is fake. We all know that. The future is YouTube channels. The future is connecting with the community directly, cutting the middleman out, who's going to change it to fit their agenda. What do the traditional media folks do?
They take your video, your story, they put their own words over it and package it.
There you have it.
The Real plays music with what he called racially insensitive references. In a response, Pearson said, quote, that he wholeheartedly disagrees with your statement and that, quote, we will continue to highlight criminals and crimes in an effort to dissuade those thinking about breaking our laws.
And again, the woke ideology, Florida is where snowflakes come to melt, and I hope it stays that way.
You want to give us a tour?
Yeah, we'll give you a tour.
What's the difference between a sheriff and a chief of police?
So the sheriff is constitutionally elected.
Okay.
So we're elected, just how the president is elected. The chief of police works for a city, municipality.
Police chiefs get appointed by city leaders like the mayor or city council, and sheriffs get elected by the people of the county every 4 years. The other big thing is jurisdiction. Police chiefs typically run a town or city, while sheriffs run the entire county.
How many people do you oversee?
So right now we're at about 750. We have deputies in every single school in St. Lucie County to ensure our kids stay safe. So we have 18 years of these kids seeing our deputies every single day in a positive light. They're not only there to make sure that our kids engage with law enforcement, they're there to protect our kids. Major Steve Sigmund, he's in charge of law enforcement. And when you ask how does it feel to be the CEO of a $100 million company with you're close to 800 employees, you can't do it without great leaders like Major Sigmund.
What builds that budget? How do you get the money for that budget?
Citizens. We go through a budgetary hearing every year. The county commissioners approve the budget.
The sheriff's office is largely taxpayer funded?
It's 100% taxpayer
no
funded.
No civil forfeiture?
No civil forfeiture.
Okay.
So this is our real-time crime center. So we have our analysts here that throughout the day monitor radio channels. If our deputies respond to a bank call, a stolen vehicle, we have the display up here to where we can see what's happening. The ladies inside this room right here is literally the heartbeat of the agency. They're funneling out information. When our deputies are responding to a bank robbery, when our deputies are responding to a missing child, and they're sorting through all the background stuff, because we want our deputies focused on driving, getting there as fast as they can. So this is a portion of our traffic unit. This is Sergeant Evans. He's in charge of the traffic unit.
Who's the best at pit maneuvers in this room?
Probably me, because I'm an instructor on it.
Some of you guys see some really rough things. They see, kid neglect. They see abuse. They see shootings. They see dead people. I mean, they see a lot of really rough things.
Either make contact or entry at the residence that the two suspected homicide suspects are hiding in.
Moments later, a man fitting the description of the suspect exits the home. It's the shooting suspect.
How do you guys work through that?
We'll have our peer support group reach out to them, and it's an app that we put on their work phone so that they hit the button, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's financial issues, whether it's seeing something terrible, decompressing. We have that availability to them. If they want to step up and they think that they need the help, we have those resources for them and their families.
What is your take on civil forfeiture?
Oh, I use it all the time. So this Mustang here was seized. This Mustang was seized from a chop shop. Mainly it's vehicles. We'll have a drug dealer in a vehicle use a vehicle, while they're committing drug deals. Or we'll have these street takeovers. We had a motorcycle, BMW S1000, was seized from an individual who makes videos on TikTok, taunting the police, doing street takeovers, driving 100 or 191 miles an hour, just in and out of traffic, just causing chaos, running from the police. I think his quote was, he's happy that law enforcement agency is putting it into use that has the balls to drive it, or something along those lines.
We were talking earlier about property theft. That almost seems like legalized property theft, but under the badge doing it.
Well, if the forfeiture comes into when things are used as an instrumentality of a crime.
But doesn't that sound like a little bit of a reach?
No, not at all. I don't think so. A lot of the stories that people hear about is person driving down the road, they had a whole bunch of money on them, they stopped and they said, I think this is drug money.
Yes.
And they would take, those days are gone.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
Are you having any trouble recruiting?
No, we've got lines around we're not the highest paid agency either, but I think being able to connect with the community, being able for the younger generation, the newer generation to see that we want them to be cops. As long as our deputies use their judgment and do it for the right reasons, I got their back 100%. But if they mess up and they do the wrong thing, I'm also going to slam them just as hard.
Yeah.
And folks, just a reminder, if you want to get the Big Dogs Gotta Eat sweatshirts, RIP Mainstream Media t-shirts, TommyGMcGee.com.
What's the most bizarre arrest encounter you've had on the job?
People being in a car naked, getting pulled over. I was in narcotics and vice for the longest time, and this is going back about 10 years ago. I go make a drug purchase. I think it was oxycodone at the time. Bought trafficking him out from an individual. He ends up getting arrested, goes through the process, gets in trouble, gets sentenced to prison, goes to prison for a year or two, gets out. The day that he gets out, I'm still in my undercover mode, just different places. We cross paths at a gathering at another event, and he's there selling again. Well, he recognizes me, and he goes, "Hey, you're that motherfucker that put me away." So there's no backup. There's no, if you're really undercover, you're really undercover. So I said, "Hey man, my bad. The cops pulled me over on the way here, and I didn't know you at the time, so I figured if I gave them somebody, they'd let off me, and they did. So my bad, I won't do you like that again." So he was thinking in his head, like, I would do the same thing. He's like, "Oh shit, makes sense." He goes, "All right," he sold to me again, right there on the spot. And then obviously he's in prison again. But that's
so anybody who's been selling dope is hiding. They know we're coming for them. So we'll be right back out at it tomorrow.
How are you?
The SWAT week this week.
What are you guys training for in particular now?
The basics of this training is from a source, Cadre Consultants. They're out of Broward. Ultimately, this is going to lead into CQC training.
Close quarter combat.
Yeah.
Now he's in charge of the SWAT team. He makes sure that every one of our deputies are dead accurate shots, as you could see. He makes sure that our training, their training is top tier level. Make sure they have all the equipment they need to succeed the missions. He's directly responsible for every one of the SWAT team members. And again, it's a heavy burden to take on. To know that you're instructing and you're giving the team and the guidance to officers that have to wear ballistic material to go in there and get the people that don't want to be caught.
What's the biggest thing you want to accomplish in the county?
Probably just see some of the crime reduced, some of the shootings. Fort Pierce is seeing a lot of shootings. Maybe get in there and try to reduce some of the violence.
It's certainly a very high-risk job. What's something you think the average person back home might not know about your profession that you could tell them?
When they see all these guys with all this equipment on, sometimes they have a tendency to forget that there's a human being with a family, with kids, with loved ones that goes out and does this job every day to make other people safe, and just to kind of remember, they're not just machines, they're not robots.
How has it felt in the last 4 years, especially since the George Floyd incident? Policing has been really, people have just shit on it in America. A lot of people have.
We're not having those issues here because, we've always engaged with the community. Our previous sheriff, Ken Mascara, was in office for 23 years. His biggest focus was on community engagement and being personable, being tailorable. My cell number is out there to any one of our residents.
Really?
And I would say the pendulum's starting to go back the other way, where the public wants more cops in their community and wants them to, take action against all this crime.
Treat everybody with respect and show them that just because there's one bad apple in the bunch, the whole bunch isn't ruined.
How often when you guys are doing a raid, let's say you're raiding someone for fentanyl, how often does a shootout actually occur?
He's right there. Come out!
Come over here!
Come out now! Come out!
Come over here!
Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Move!
Move! I don't care! Move!
Shield up.
Coming up, Mikey. Small room.
We'll clear this side of the house.
We surround the house. We make our presence known. We use the presence of marked units and verbal de-escalation. We give the commands. We ask them to come outside. They 9 times out of 10 realize that we're not going anywhere. It is in fact a search warrant. We have a legal reason to be there. And generally they'll come out realizing that, look, there's a show of force. We're going to end up coming in anyway. It's inevitable. So we usually get the intended result with the least use of force possible.
Tonight we're taking part in a multi-agency enhanced traffic enforcement operation. Some of the detectives stopped the vehicle for some traffic violations, and they transmitted that they've recovered a large amount of narcotics. We're going to head that way and see if we could help with anything. There it is. It's inconspicuous. It's the shape of a kilo. We hadn't had it cut and open yet to check it, but the dog alerted to it. They said the item was initially concealed underneath it in there, so we're going to contact our crime scene unit, have them come out, process it. It's a fairly large amount of narcotics from what we're seeing at this point right now. There's one. And there's another kilo of cocaine.
What are the most common things some police departments are doing to drop the ball right now?
But when it comes down to law enforcement, when it comes down to fixing problems, it's very simple. It's just you got to go right back to the basics. We've been a community, or we've been people have been on the earth for many years, and we evolve. But you can only evolve so far. Evil's evil. People are going to commit crime. You have to just face it straight on and use what you have within your means. Budget plays a big role in it. Not every agency has the budget to have the real-time crime center, to have LPR cameras that only assist our deputies with going out there and locking people up.
We're here at the Sheriff Aviation Unit. This madman's gonna take us up in the sky when there's an impending storm. I'm not exactly thrilled about it, but you bought the ticket, you take the ride.
So on a risk scale, going up.
He's nervous.
I can't determine that until we actually see what's coming.
We fly until we fly, right? Fly until you can't fly. You ready?
Who's going?
Probably the 3 of us. That's all right.
Best luck, guys.
His name is Schoner.
Sergeant Schoner. Yep.
He doesn't seem very excited right now, and he's.
Well, they're real serious, because they take
real serious.
Yeah.
Is smiling a crime in this jurisdiction?
No.
This is one way to spin the block, don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely bend the block with this one, right?
You slid, Jet. You slid, Jet.
Who? I slid?
You slid, Jet.
Ah.
If we do spot a child predator as we're flying, are we allowed to just shoot out of the window and try and get him?
No, can't do that.
Is that where we deploy the dogs and the tactical team?
I would radio down, but I don't think we're going to be able to see any predators from the sky.
Is it on your dream list to arrest P. Diddy?
No.
So is this going to be a no-joke flight?
Yeah. Well, because you got to remember, we're going to be flying, in the air. There are a lot of instruments. This is probably one of our most. Look how clean the floor is. Very, very dangerous and serious flight.
Helicopters are a very important tool in crime fighting and public safety. For safety, a bird in the sky can help locate someone in the ocean that has had a boating accident, and for crime, it can help with things like smugglers using boats and high-speed car chases. Any car thief with enough experience will tell you that a helicopter adds another dimension of difficulty to getting away from the authorities.
But that was actually pretty damn smooth.
I enjoyed that. I'm glad we did it.
No, absolutely. How are we doing in booking? Do we have any movements or is it busy or? I'm pulling up to the Sally Port. If you want to let us in, we're going to come into the Sally Port. If you just want to meet us out there,
We've got upwards of 40 deputies on shift out here. I mean, it's one of the largest moving pieces, you know, because we're entrusted to keep, you know, our community safe. What's happening, buddy? Good. This is our intake area. When they get brought in, you know, they get placed up here, they get searched, they make sure they have nothing in here.
Come on in here. This is where we do what we call the pat-down area, or to make sure no one has any weapons or drugs or anything like that before entering the secure area of the facility. All their property is taken from them at this point. Your misdemeanor and light felons in male will get blue uniform. You can see the orange over on the other side if they are a violent inmate or they have a violent past.
They have a database that we get a thumbprint from them, and it kind of puts a light, not an AFIS, but not a 100% fingerprint match, but it's our own little database because our deputies do have fingerprint readers on the street. So in the event that a deputy encounters somebody and they don't have ID or they don't want to be cooperative, we're able to use a small device to get a fingerprint. If they've ever been arrested before, it'll give us a close match to them. So it'll at least give us a roll. Now, this is our holding. Usually we'll keep people separate. You know, if we have males and females, we'll keep females in one, males in another. So when they come into here, this is an X-ray machine that they're able to do a body scan on to see if there's anything on them, you know, anything hidden in their cavities.
Check them in the rectum, they say?
Well, I'm not sure if that's the terminology they use, but this would be the device that does the body scan, and it would be able to determine if there's, you know, something there hidden. You know, sometimes when people come into the facility, they they're well, not necessarily drunk, but just out of control or violent or wanting to fight or lash out.
It would suck to have to get strapped onto this.
It does. No, I think it would as well. But again, it's designed, you know, to prevent somebody from hurting themselves, whether they're here, they're banging their head on the wall. But once they're in this, they're put on camera, they're on constant surveillance.
Who makes money from the bonds? The bond company?
Yeah, I think it would be the bond company.
But you don't see any of that?
No, I wish. You know, it definitely help. But we don't get no money from tickets, despite what people think. We don't get any money from bondsmen, you know, when they process it. Like, so this is our processing area. This is Sergeant Lamb.
How you doing? I'm Tom.
This is where they would take their photos, they'd fingerprint them, they'd, you know, put a band, you know, wristband on them. And then when they're going to call their bondsman or make a phone call, here's the holding cell. You know, you have the phone call. So this is where they'd call home. You know, they've got a list of different bondsmen. They'd make their free call from here.
So 10 dudes could be in here, and they all share one toilet?
20 or 30 dudes in here.
And they all share one toilet?
Yeah.
You have to just, hey guys.
Sorry. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing that jail or prison isn't more of a deterrent. I can't imagine spending more than an hour here and being like, okay, I'm never doing anything again that'll get me here.
Well, if somebody out there is homeless and they don't have the means to have their house or food or whatever or warmth, when are they going to come here? They're going to come here during the winter times.
Of course, so I totally get it for a homeless person. This is a great option if you're homeless. But for the other guys, what do you think makes someone a habitual offender? Like, why do you think this isn't bad enough to not want to repeat?
Really not much more than we can attribute it to that. It's just how they're raised. We do have programs here to hopefully get them out of that. But some of them are just going to keep coming back and forth.
Does that blow your mind a little bit, though?
It did when I first started. Been here almost 18 years. I'm kind of moved to it at this point, so it doesn't really affect me anymore.
You know, on the flip note, look how clean this place is. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to Pearson's Penthouse? It's pretty clean.
I don't want to come here.
You know, oh, come on. So I think they had 4 bag lunches for us. This is our lunch. We haven't been busy.
Thank you. So this is a typical jail meal.
When they go out, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 2 sandwiches.
Oh. Turkey.
This actually doesn't look so bad.
No, it doesn't.
Give a close-up. I don't know what kind of
Oh, you got a nice thick slice. Look at that. You got a thick old slice.
Look at the pattern of the meat.
All right, 1 bite. Everyone knows the rule. What do you grade that turkey sandwich?
1, they actually have a real thick piece of turkey. If this was an airport, it'd be like, you know, a fraction of this. I'd say as far as jail food goes, this is pretty good.
Good. I'm glad that our culinary department is up to par.
I can already tell how it tastes.
Oh, how does it taste? Tell us.
Bread and turkey.
Like a sandwich that you just had some cold cuts that Boris had, right?
I feel like it's really good bread. Like
the bread makes
I thought
the
the bread
sandwich.
was gonna be more tough or like more kind of stale.
While it's important for Keith to be tough on crime, he is also passionate about building opportunities for the community. Here's a gym that his father started in his time as an officer, and Keith has kept going while he's worn the badge.
This is our way that we give kids in the community to have a place to come to. This is 100% volunteer base, so everyone that comes in here.
So this is provided by the department?
The sheriff's office sponsors it, but it's totally funded from the community. The building's owned outright by the nonprofit. It's a police athletic league, and we were talking a little bit earlier about giving kids options and opportunity. This is a vessel to do that. So in 1994, we saw that a lot of kids in our community didn't have the parents, didn't have the mentorship, didn't have the guidance. So we brought a police athletic league here to our community to give kids the key word, opportunity. We've sent kids to the kids from our community. We've sent to the Olympics with the traits and characteristics that they build. So we're taking action. We're putting programs in place. It's free to the kids there.
So what you're starting to hit on that I think is really important is the community policing aspect.
You have to be a part of your community to effectively police your community. If you're just running off of policies and not changing with the community, not engaging with the community, then that's all you're going to be. The community's not going to have trust in you because you're only going to be there when there's problems. We focus on combat sports because if you do team sports, think of this for a second. There's football practice. Your parents just got into a fight or someone just got arrested or there's an alcohol substance abuse and you missed practice. Now you're letting the team down. When you come back, what happens? You get benched. You get benched for no other reason that you missed practice for things out of your control. So doing combat sports, boxing, wrestling, karate, it's you against you. So if they come and they miss a week, when they come back, they could pick up right where they left off.
And the self-confidence to be able to defend yourself.
You're pissed off at the world. You come in here, 9 out of 10 times, these kids never even make it to the ring. But they'll go back to one of those punching bags there and they'll let go of that frustration.
Yeah.
I'm trying to expand and do other.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, how hard is it to recruit your friends to come train here?
My friends not really so hard. It depends. It depends if you know somebody that's motivated or very dedicated. If you surround yourself with people that are driven, it's not really so hard.
The organization's been here since 1994. So there's generations of people who've come here for just that opportunity to come out and go to different events. And we're not a typical gym. When you go away on an event, what does it cost you? We pay for the transport, we pay for the house, the hotels. We set them up there. We've got great mentors that are here. Nobody here gets paid. This is 100% volunteer based. It's for the community, by the community.
2025. What's on your list to knock out of the park?
Well, we just want to secure our borders. We're 60 miles away from the Bahamas. And what happens is, when the border in Texas tightens up, we have vessels that come over. So we have those that want to enter our country illegally. And when they come over illegally, this isn't humanitarian. This isn't families. Most of them have criminal backgrounds and they're bringing kilos of fentanyl, kilos of cocaine, weapons, things to harm our citizens.
Most of the people you encounter crossing the border have criminal backgrounds.
Yes, sir. You know what? I'm reflecting back on that question that you asked me earlier. Well, what's the goals for 2025? Mm-hmm. America first. We're going to put America first. We're going to put our American citizens first. We're going to put our border first. We're going to put the lives affected by the poison fentanyl coming into our communities first.
You think I'm scared of guns, bro? I'm not scared of no gun, bro. You got in my face, nigga.
They just shot Schindler and Tommy and them standing outside.
Keep your hands up, exit the car!
Is it hard recruiting new officers nowadays?
It is. The field has just become very unpopular.
What do we got going on right here?
Public intox and disorderly conduct.
I'll be right out in the morning. What's up, Sarge? Suck ass nigga.
As soon as I take these handcuffs out. When he takes those cuffs out. When I take these handcuffs. Holy motherfucker.
Yeah, somebody gonna have to pay. I don't care what. Yeah, somebody gonna pay.
Today we look into one of America's most deadly and controversial professions, policing. And in this post-George Floyd era, police have been under incredible scrutiny. And as a result, filming with the police is a lot harder than it used to be in the days of good old-fashioned cops episodes. However, we seem to be entering a new era. Police have gotten a lot of bad press over the last few years, and what I'm noticing is some departments have begun to try and shift the narrative by recording and broadcasting off their own social media platforms, or they invite independent news like me in. And today, we head to East Chicago Chicago, an Indiana town located somewhere between gangster ghost town Gary and Dalton, Illinois, where our dear friend Tiffany Henyard is. And for those not familiar with this place, crimegrade.org gives the city a D- for overall crime and an F for violent crime. We'll see if that's true. And in East Chicago, Chief Rivera gives us unprecedented access where we see a range of wild situations. Uncomfortable domestic violence calls, we respond to the scenes of shots fired, we witness heated interactions with civilians, and we see people get processed and thrown in jail. We have laughs, we have controversial discussions, and blood-pumping moments. Folks, let's head to East Chicago. I don't know much about East Chicago, so we're going to learn more about that. And I think there's a lot of very important things we can cover today, and a job that most people don't get to see what it's like. I mean, we used to have cops back in the day, but ever since, media went kind of shit for police, there's not much out there right now, currently. So we aim to bring you guys an episode of Cops and ask the question that everyone else wants to ask too. What can you tell us about this area?
Very diverse. It's a wonderful city. It's up and coming.
So this place used to be really rough in the 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, there's a lot of gang activity, a lot more than there is now. Usual suspects, I should say.
Holy shit.
What's going on, man?
Good.
Tommy.
Hi, Jose Rivera. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Been here going on 27 years now. Been chief close to 2.5 years now. So that's Officer Greenwood. That's gonna be
What's going on, man?
Your chauffeur.
Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Good.
You ready to rumble today?
Yeah.
And how long have you been a cop?
Coming up on my 3rd year. I like being a cop. I like helping people. The way that they are.
Holy fucker. Through. You just went through a stop sign.
Yeah. There were no cars.
LCJ, mileage 458.
Right in front of you, two rolling, two.
I know. See, no.
He just did what you did. You can't get him for that.
No, I can't.
You're pulling him over?
Mm-hmm.
Holy motherfucker.
Subject 4900 Todd.
I may have a traffic stop, 4800 block of Alexander. Advising ready for plate. So the reason for the stop, you're rolling all the stop signs, man. You're not coming to a stop.
Did you realize he was on you for a while?
No, until you just put on the side ride, I had no clue.
Did that surprise you?
It scared the shit out of me because I'm like, who the hell? I'm thinking somebody finna run me off the sidewalk, and I'm like, who the hell driving on the sidewalk with me?
Basically, you rolled through the stop sign. I saw him earlier roll through a stop sign. So I'm like, you can't get him for that, man. You can't get him for that.
I mean, this last one, I actually was gonna stop. Then the guy just basically like waved me on, so I just ended up.
There's that for you, man. Just make sure you stop at the stop signs, okay?
I will do.
All right, you're good, man.
Other than that, it's like, as long as you don't give them a reason, I don't think they'll f with you.
Stay safe, brother. Have a good day. Have a good one.
You tell him I ran the stop sign too?
Since 2020, I believe, a reduction in police contact with civilians. So they're less likely to stop, they're less likely to engage. What do you make of those numbers?
I think more cops are scared of a lawsuit now.
I think you get the maniacs that are, say, ACAB, and you get the maniacs that are always like, Blue Lives Matter, it's always the police are right. So you get the two extremes.
Oh, yeah, no.
When in reality, it's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Is there a cop case in recent history that you feel like the cop was actually in the wrong?
That one recently in Illinois.
What happened?
With that woman in the boiling pot.
Oh, they shot her in her house, right?
Yeah.
If the cop goes away to jail, you're like, justice served.
Yeah, that was unjustified.
So far, it's pretty peaceful in East Chicago. We got a couple hours of sunlight left. We'll see what happens.
I got a couple questions from Instagram coming in, okay?
Oh, okay.
Why are they so understaffed?
No one wants to be the police anymore.
Why is that?
It's too dangerous.
You think it's a scary job?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, it's scary. Scary as hell every day.
Is it hard recruiting new officers nowadays?
It is, but I think a lot of that has to do with the colleges. In the past, I believe the criminal justice programs in the colleges were positive, and now they're starting to show all the negative stuff. You know, for every George Floyd incident, there was 1 million incidents that went perfect. The field has just become very unpopular.
I mean, everyone to their own has their own opinion. The only thing that people are showing is the one bad apple of a department.
I'm just calling different people in Milwaukee. What questions would you have for a police officer?
Why they do a racial profiling? Motherfuckers that got tents.
I can't see who's in that car. All I know is the state mandates a certain percent.
Okay, I told him that if he ever tried becoming a police officer in Milwaukee, that we'd do the speed on him.
Oh, definitely.
On my mama. The pocket that we were patrolling the most is all within like 2 minutes of the police station. It's always interesting when the hot spot is that close to the station.
Probably the perfect location between the good side of the city and the most busy side of the city. So we're right in that fine line in the middle.
What do we got going on right here?
Public intox and disorderly conduct.
Get out.
Come on.
I get out on my own. I don't need nobody to touch me. I'm playing.
We'll get this property right now. Come on, let's go.
That's what I'm doing, right? Don't touch me. I'll be right out in the morning. What's up, Sarge? Suck ass nigga. What's up, Lieutenant?
Go ahead and make it right.
Stop grabbing my arm like that.
Spread your legs.
Look, there you go. Stop. Look. Now you don't have to,
That's good.
touch me. Look.
I'm gonna take these handcuffs off. As soon as I take these handcuffs off, when I take these handcuffs off, put them up against the glass.
I'm not
Place your hands on the glass.
All I got is public intoxication, man.
And disorderly conduct.
Lorenzo, what led to this situation?
My sister was beating my ass. This tough guy behind me, I'm not gonna move fast because they
You can talk and look at the glass.
See, you see that?
You can talk and look at the
That's
glass.
about control.
Go ahead, man.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I'm finna get a lawsuit.
Stop
I'm finna get a
blocking your
lawsuit.
muscles, man.
Look,
Just bro, what?
Look, I'm finna get a
Lock it
lawsuit.
up. Stop resisting.
Look.
Switch eyes, yeah.
Look, Sarge, I'm not doing nothing. Look, Sarge. I'm not doing nothing.
So Lorenzo, was it kind of a family altercation that went too far?
Come on.
Yeah.
Lorenzo, what's going through your head right now?
I'm not even mad, bro, because I didn't do nothing. They locked me up for no reason.
You're the one that called.
Right.
Like, what were you looking for them to do when they showed up?
I expected them to arrest the people that I called the police on, but they wasn't trying to hear that.
What's your general impression of the police?
They cool. You feel me? I don't got nothing against the police. They abuse their authority sometimes.
Do you think they were rough with you?
They definitely was.
How many drinks did you have?
A lot.
All of it seemed pretty standard to me. The whole time though, when he was actually just trying to look at us and talk, why were you guys so insistent about moving his head and not let him talk to us?
So we try to keep people controlled in this area. If you were to put your hands against the glass,
You're a lot weaker here.
you're weaker, correct. So if you try to move, go ahead and make a movement.
Blocking the leg.
So we try to control the head. Anywhere the head goes, you go.
Yep, the head and the body follows.
Correct.
Police brutality has been a big subject of discussion in America over the last few years. Let's talk about how prevalent it really is. University of Illinois Chicago ran the data on this issue and found the following. Each year, 50 million people have a police encounter. 1 million of these involve threats or use of force. 250,000 civilians are injured by law enforcement, and about 1,300 people are killed, again, on a yearly basis. However, the number of these that we can chalk up to police brutality is tough to quantify. I mean, how many of these incidents involve someone resisting or someone that injured themselves trying to escape, or is truly a case where someone did get brutalized by police? To me, the answer to a safer police and civilian relationship is transparency. After all, we fund these guys. They should report to us. Tell me in the comments what you think would lead to a safer interaction between police and civilians.
You want to tell them what I found in the car?
Oh.
Some type of pill. Ooh.
What's going through your head right now, man?
Disappointed in what? You just said you got out of rehab, right?
How long have you been fighting addiction for, man?
2 years. How'd you get into it? Just for your wife or what?
I was prescribed.
And how did this whole situation start?
Somebody called saying that there was a guy in a red truck that wasn't moving, and he was at a pump that was not usable.
Why are your pants so tight?
So I like them that way. Just trying to look good for you. These are Rockies.
And what kind of underwear are you wearing?
Oh man, tight.
I'm not wearing any underwear.
You get nervous at all before a shift when you go out in the night?
Nope, just get excited. That's all.
Prefer night shift or day shift?
Nights.
Why is that?
And I like DUIs, so the majority of my DUIs happen on night shift.
Oh, what do you see up here?
This guy's got no fucking brake lights. Evening, how you doing, ma'am?
Hello.
Can I get your driver's license, please?
I asked why you pulled me over.
Yes, you have absolutely no brake lights. Not gonna write you a ticket for it. I'm just gonna check your driver's license and make sure everything's good to go.
So tell me more about going after people for little shit, because some people would look at that and be like, why are you hassling them over a brake light?
You ever heard of the broken window theory? Go after the little shit, hit it when it's little. Otherwise, you ignore the broken window turns into an abandoned building turns into a slum, slums turn into drug houses, whatever the hell you name it. Next thing you know, you got a big problem. Freddie Ortiz, I knew it. How you been, buddy?
I've been okay, how you doing?
Where's Jennifer at?
I don't know.
You got anything on you right now before we search your backpack?
No, my knife.
What do you make of all these deodorants?
He stole them, probably. He's a known narcotic user in our city. This yours? Wow. The shit we find.
You're free to go, okay?
Thank you.
You got a hand sanitizer?
I wish. I don't know why you...
Oh, let me guess.
You meet that guy a lot?
In the last 3 months, I've probably dealt with him at least 4 or 5 times. Evening, how y'all doing? Can I get your driver's license? You guys got IDs as well?
Well, you have girls being rough.
No, how much have you had to drink tonight with that in the car? Turn the car off. Turn the car off. You step out with me. Stand along that wall over there. You can start pulling them out. Where y'all headed?
Back to the house.
How much have you had to drink tonight? Just a little bit. So I'm gonna have you follow the tip of this pen. Can you see it with the lights?
I stopped to get some food.
Okay.
Yes, video?
No, keep your head still. Keep your head still. You're gonna start 1 foot in front of the other, okay? Heel to toe. All right, go ahead, turn around. So at this time, you're being placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated. I'm going to take you to station. You are going to do another breath test, which I will then ask you again if you are willing to consent to, okay? But as of right now, on the portable breath test, you blew a .162. That's twice the legal limit, okay?
So we just saw a DUI arrest, guy was driving with twice the legal limit. There's certain crimes you have sympathy for, but drunk driving is just a fucking stupid move, so.
Y'all tripping, man. I've been drinking, I just got work.
Okay.
I work
I'm not
12
gonna violate your
hours.
rights, right? I'm gonna give you your fucking
Damn, y'all ain't had to do that.
Got it?
Y'all bogus as hell, man. I'm a hard-working man. Yeah, man, y'all pay. Well, I got something for you when I get out, though.
What is that? What you got? What you got?
What do you got for us? You got it on camera?
Implied consent. I have probable cause to believe that you have operated a vehicle
I
while
don't care about
intoxicated.
nothing that.
I must now offer
I don't care about none of that.
Submit to a chemical test and inform.
No, nigga, y'all just take my life away from me, man.
Give me that. Stop.
I just got my license back, man. After 15 years. Y'all gonna take that from me? Yeah, somebody gonna have to pay. I don't care what. Yeah, somebody gonna pay.
How long you been doing that contracting work for?
I've been doing it ever since I've been out. I've been out 3 months. How was a good time for it? Stalking.
Given the opportunity, would you ever become a police officer?
No.
You had a little bit of a struggle going in and out. What do you think it would take to break that cycle and just stay out and stay free?
Stop dealing with officers like him.
To stop, you've gone up. You're at a .172 now.
Well, what my charges is?
It's going to be OWI endangering for yourself and your 2 passengers, and regular OWI.
Oh my God, man. Bogus, man.
Still driving.
This would be another reason why I could never be a police officer. This would be a really difficult part of the job. But even though I know he messed up, I still have a sympathy for man, this guy just cannot help but repeat his.
Some people can.
As we were about to pack it up for the night, we got one last call. There were shots fired nearby, so we sped to the scene right away. This is what happened.
There's someone up there.
You ain't hearing nothing or what?
I ain't hear nothing.
7 shots fired. We got the big guns out right now. We're looking. People are poking their heads out of their apartments, wondering what happened.
Do you think that guy in the window noticed?
Yeah.
Yep.
When he says, I didn't hear anything, and there were 7 bullets fired right there, does that sound impossible to you?
Yeah.
He would have heard it.
What happened? I don't know, bro. You was asleep. Why the f is you asking me questions? You the one asking questions. You just asked what happened, didn't you?
Him ask me a question, bitch.
Hey, have a good night.
Get out my business.
Go ahead, go back to public school.
Man, go your ass back to school, bro.
Get a GED,
You the
big
one that
toe.
came here. You talking about?
You right.
can't
Because you being ignorant, that's why we came here.
Go find the rest of them shells.
Oh, they up there with you?
You got them.
That sound like an admission to guilt, huh?
Stupid ass.
Goofy.
Nigga. Y'all said it was bullet holes in cars and shit. Let me check. Make sure there ain't no bullet holes in my car. Excuse me, bro. Why are you investigating my car? You think I'm scared of guns, bro? I'm not scared of no gun, bro. You got in my face, nigga. Car. For what?
You're a violation of Indiana West property.
This is property, bro. This is property.
Come on back upstairs.
Alright, leave my car alone, bro.
You got your best interest in heart, King.
Leave my car alone, bro.
It's going. It ain't gonna be here in the morning. You stay here, right?
Yeah.
How long you been staying here?
I've been staying here for a while.
Longer than 30 days?
Yeah.
Longer than 90 days?
Yeah.
So you have 90 days to register your vehicle in Indiana once you become an Indiana resident.
I'm in the process of getting all that together.
Yeah, I mean, you get 90 days.
He said you, so now you're saying you back?
No, this isn't a because it's not his vehicle. He brought my attention to the vehicle. Now that I see that it has expired tags, the vehicle can be towed for any reason.
This is my car. I don't know what me and you had going on or whatever. I just moved out here to better myself and my kids. I have a 14-year-old. I'm trying to keep away from Chicago and things like that.
Can I help you, son?
No, you could go. You could go back in the house. You could go back in.
Bro, I'll give you another 60 days. I'll put a 60-day notice on the car. If the vehicle's still here, we're gonna have to tow it. So we tag the cases for evidence. We send them off to the system that we use with the state police that identifies those shell casings, which will obviously match it to the make and model of that firearm. And once they do that testing, they'll see if that firearm or those shell casings, or the shell casings from that firearm was used in another crime, or, you know what I mean, something like that.
We are driving through Chicago in rush hour traffic on our way to day 2 of filming with the East Chicago Police Department. The truth is, cops are an essential part of society. We just need to make sure that the cops that we have are accountable and just and fair. So anyways, this is day 2 with the East Chicago Police. How's it going, man? What's going through your mind starting off a shift?
I usually talk to guys when we get in, see what's going on throughout the day, what we've had, like what calls we've had. I know there's a shooting in Porter County. There was earlier today. Kind of go over stuff like that when we get in. You know.
How long you been doing this?
I joined the military. I did law enforcement in the Coast Guard for 5 years, a little less than 5 years. Got out, went to the academy in 2016. So then I came here about 4 years ago. So I've been here for about 4 years.
One thing I envy about this job is it seems like there's opportunity to build real brotherhood, where you just don't get that in a cubicle environment.
No, yeah, no. And then on the other hand, it's a double-edged sword because it's like cops tend to only hang out with cops, where like other jobs, you know, I was a union carpenter for a little bit, you know, like a lot of those people can hang out with other professions, you know. Once you become a cop, a lot of people don't want to hang out with you anymore. You know what I mean? Especially with like the, you know, the climate a couple of years ago, after everything that was going on with like BLM movements and all the other things, like it really, the public interest, you know, the public perception of us really pulled back.
You know, what was it like living through that?
Like we always have people, you know, like yelling 12 or, you know, 8, all the other stuff, you know, so nothing really changed. The people that didn't like us. People that did like us, they still liked us. You know, we still go to our calls and answer them the same way.
Folks, I do think police unfairly got the shit end of the stick in the media and to their reputation since the George Floyd era. They do a dangerous job that not many people would have the courage to do. So to me, the ACAB mentality that emerged was just plain stupid. I think we can all agree that pretty much any time you say everyone from a group is bad, you are gonna end up with a dumb and lazy way of thinking. However, I do think the BLM movement was right to point out that the police need to be held accountable. Everyone, including the police, should find that quite reasonable. To me, doctrines like qualified immunity are a bit scary, especially when it seems like this new administration in power is more okay with letting law enforcement do as they please without consequences. And for context, qualified immunity essentially means police officers would be shielded from personal liability on the job. People against qualified immunity believe this would set a dangerous precedent that would allow law enforcement to get away with things that they shouldn't. So I wanted to know what these police officers thought about policing in the post-George Floyd era.
That's changed a lot. You know, people think that we were for what happened. No, we're against officers like that, and I think that video changed us, and I think for the worse. I think it went a little overboard though, because I think some politicians, their job isn't guaranteed, so they're gonna go a little overboard. That's where the defund movement came. That's where the riots started to come, a lot of the protesting, and that's where you started seeing the decline in applicants for police departments. But on the positive side, it changed training. It changed the way now you deal with people like that. It made departments more accountable now. Just because you're not the one using the force doesn't mean you can't be found guilty.
You're gonna search it, it's an amnesty period, you tell me it's in there, if you give it to me, it is what it is, we throw it out, it's not that deep. If you lie to me, I'm more likely to take you to jail. I don't know about it. I'm sorry, man. Step to the back.
Looks like comes back clear balance.
Set up for me. Yeah, like that. You're not supposed to be having that gun, bro.
I was transporting to my house like that. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I hear you, but you know you're not supposed to have it, period.
Yeah. Apparently, he's a felon, and he also has a current pending felony case. So obviously, he's not supposed to be in possession of a firearm.
All right, turn to face me. Take your belt off. Your chains. You walk that way. All right, bro, I'll bring it in.
Here's our normal.
What the hell is going on over here?
Check it out.
Is it an arrest?
I don't know. We'll see.
It is here.
That a Venezuelan driver bought the car. The plate doesn't match the car. And
Maybe bought a stolen car.
the car, he bought the car.
We might know the guys he bought it from. Hola, señor, ¿cómo está?
Bien, gracias.
Bienvenidos a Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo siente sobre policía en América?
Han sido respetuosos en cuanto a su trabajo.
Habla sobre la diferencia de policía en Venezuela y policía aquí.
Oh, demasiada diferencia. En Venezuela la policía son puros delincuentes con uniforme.
¿Sientes más seguro aquí con policía o en Venezuela con policía?
Oh, acá, definitivamente acá.
After a routine traffic stop, this Venezuelan gentleman was found to be doing nothing wrong and sent on his way.
Yeah, his headlights on. He's trying. Edmond traffic stop. 3900 block. Oh. Dude, what are you doing? 3900 block of Alder.
He's just trying to go about his day.
What the f are you doing, bro?
What's going on? What do you mean with what?
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? You see me behind you and then you start backing up. You almost hit my car, bro. What do you mean? You thought I was parking? You thought I was parking with my blues on? You got a brake light out. Give me your license. Where you coming from, man?
I was door dashing.
Say again?
I was door dashing.
You're door dashing? Do you live here? You live across the street? Is that your mom or what? Say again?
It's on the license.
What do you mean it's on the license?
What's going on? Why you recording?
You got any guns in the car, bro? You have no guns in the car? If you do, I mean, you can legally own them, right? I'm not trying to pinch you up. I'd rather know than not know. So do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, man. Hey, if you don't listen. Hey, okay, listen. I get on making you nervous. You're making me nervous, bro. Because you're backing up, bro, and I was getting nervous. I ain't here to try to pinch you up. Okay? If you're straight with me, I'm straight with you. Without reaching for, where is the gun? Is it on your person?
Yeah. It's on.
Okay, so do me a favor. Put your hands on the wheel for me, okay? And just keep them there, okay? Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the gun. It's in here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, this one's I'm gonna search his car. I can smell it, but he's got some stuff in there too.
So when you see the cops like this and your son, what goes through your head?
Not good, man. Ain't good, buddy.
A little nervous?
No, I mean, hey, it is what it is. We've been through this years, man, you know. We always going through this.
He's at a brake light out. That's all it is. Just brake light out.
Okay.
And then
We get it.
and the thing, and you know, and the reason he's even got to this point where it's, I'm talking to him and he didn't want to talk to me really, and then I asked him if he had a gun, and he's no, and then it turned out he had a gun. You know, he ended up coming clean about it. You know what I mean? But like, you know, obviously being very, you know, and I get it. I don't know whatever actual interaction he's had with us before, but you know, like I told him, he's straight with me, I'm straight with him, and as long as there's nothing crazy, then he'll be on his way. He's not under arrest. He's just detained right now. Okay. That's all. Here's your license back, bro. Okay? Yeah. I'm glad you didn't hit my car. I really thought you were gonna hit my car. What I'm gonna do, so put that in your pocket, okay? The keys are right here. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it's either one of your brake lights. I think it's that one. I think it's your left one's out completely. Here's your keys. No ticket, nothing like that. Just get your taillight fixed, okay? Don't back into a cop car. Cool? All right, bro? The way he was driving, like everything, dude. And like, you asked him a simple question. Like when I asked him for his license, I don't know if you saw, but like I wanted to go like take it from him, and he like he pulled it back from me right away and was like, "Oh, what'd you stop me for?" And I'm like, "Dude, like, give me your license." Like, but you know, lying about a gun and being kind of weird and being really weird actually, and then the driving behavior and everything else like that. Oh, and then he told me that he just bought the gun, but the gun looked like the wear marks on it, unless he bought it used, I guess. Adam Edward. This vehicle crashed into the concrete barrier. The suspect ran. There's blood in the car. I don't know. They're on foot somewhere. I don't know where they would have came from. He lives right down the street. Oh yeah, they're fucked up.
It is amazing that someone can be bleeding that bad walking down the street and no one really knows.
And he probably has a head injury because he hit. I mean, I'm sure. Like you can see, there's blood in the airbag.
I think it's underrated how much alcohol can fuck your life up. Like alcohol is so popular in this country.
Yep.
But it contributes to a lot of issues we have, and especially probably from what you guys see.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah. The amount of like even just violent, like where people want to resist or start shit with us, or like, you know, even just them like just screaming at us, or just like, you know, fighting with everything. Yeah. All over booze, bro.
After meeting with a tow truck driver to get this ditched vehicle sorted out, Miguel and I returned to the police cruiser. While Officer Schindler was still outside taking care of business, he heard what he believed was a gunshot, something Miguel and I did not hear inside the car. Deciding to take action, Officer Schindler began pursuing what he believed was the most likely vehicle that could be responsible for this. Here's what happened next.
Yes, sir. Oh,
they like those gunshots?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Oh,
they sound like gunshots to me. Yeah.
Not my phone dropping in the car.
No, I think that car over there. Adam Edward, I got possible shots fired.
The car that's
car northbound on Indy, past the McShane.
How many shots?
I don't know. That's like an old guy, doesn't it?
That must freak them out when the when the light gets shined in there.
I don't.
You're sure? Cause I dropped my phone in the car. I don't know if you heard that. But it was like, dun-dun.
No, I heard there was like multiple shots. So. Driver! Exit the car with your hands up! Keep your hands up! Exit the car! Okay, take your seatbelt. Driver! Passenger, stay in the car! Take your seatbelt off and exit the car! Walk back to the sound of my voice! Keep coming! Stop! Stay there, face away from me! Are there any firearms in the car?
No.
As you were just driving by me, okay, I heard multiple shots being fired off. And it sounded like they were coming from your vehicle, okay?
That was the car who passed by us, sir.
That was the other car that passed by you?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It was their car?
Yeah, they were driving by when he hit the gas. That's what it did, the ta.
So listen.
This is so embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
So embarrassing. And you see, I understand that, but honest to God, I mean, man, this is ridiculous.
So listen to me, man. Okay, you're not in cuffs anymore, are you? I haven't been disrespectful.
I understand that.
I haven't been disrespectful to you.
Correct.
So listen. So listen. So I don't not believe you that it wasn't the other car. I get
to
you.
me, this is just an embarrassment. That's to me.
I get you. I know.
Okay.
I understand.
So that's all
I
I'm
understand.
saying.
So you're free to go. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, sir. Hey, dude, what?
So you want
that's fixing to get you locked up, dude.
He doesn't have to. Just like she can record, they can record.
There ain't no reason for that, man. Come on.
Folks, to be clear, this man was found to be entirely innocent of any wrongdoing and was simply picking up a pizza and driving his wife home from work. To me, this was a bit much.
You guys have a job where a decision you have to make in a split second will be decided in a court where people have months and months to look over the information. What is that like?
That's difficult because that's just one factor. We're also judged on social media by the public. When I got hired in '98, there was no such thing as social media. So when we made a mistake, your life wasn't exposed immediately within seconds of you making that life or death decision, right? Now, I feel for my officers because, like you said, they're in the moment. It could be dark, they got a call about shots fired, there's a guy with a gun, and they have to hurry up and decide their next course of action in a matter of seconds. At the same time, worried about their safety, the safety of the public. Is this the right guy? Is that a gun? All of this is happening in their head, and they're expected to make the right decision. So I feel bad for my officers on the streets because they're one mistake away from being judged on social media and losing their job and their freedom.
All right, folks, this was a look into the East Chicago Police Department, what it's like, a day in the life as an officer, making moves. I'm very happy they invited me and interested to see what you guys thought of this. I can tell you this is a very difficult job. I wouldn't sign up for this job. The risk, the danger, the complications, doing this in 2024 is a difficult thing. Hopefully we get to do this all around the country. Now that we've proven we can get in here and do it, let's see St. Louis, let's see Memphis. Thank you to these officers for letting us drive with them all day. I mean, that's pretty damn fucking cool to go from interviewing pimps and fentanyl dealers to being allowed in a cop car. The goal of this channel is always to experience different sides of life, from billionaire to crack house, from presidential candidate to killer. We want to experience it all. See you guys next week.